What do you mean?
Welcome guys to another Legion gameplay, baby. We're here, we're for Valentine's Day. We got a double upload coming, so you'll see this one and probably the other one with Devslinger, who also had gotten a Valentine's Day outfit in the past, so we'll be using that one as well. With that being said, we welcome to the video. We have Iridescent Button and BFFs as our add-on because they are kind of heart-shaped, as well as BFFs being, you know, an end game sort of add-on. We also wanted to make sure we had Eerie Button to give us that option to be able to get rid of pallets in the early game, so that we can, you know, make our speed actually, you know, effective, so that we don't have to worry about pallets constantly in our way. That being said, the best way to synergize with BFFs, the add-on, is No Way Out, so that when the gates are powered, they can't open them immediately. As if you guys didn't know, it actually takes 20 seconds to open the gate, which it actually feels like 5 most of the time, but hey, still, it is 20 seconds after all. And to slow out down that, say if they even get past No Way Out, we also have Remember Me, because in theme of the you know, the holiday, we want them to remember us. You know what I'm saying? Within the confines of our you know, our showcase of love, if you will. And No Way Out, obviously, so they can't, you know, they can't leave. We also have No One Escapes Our Love, you know what I'm saying, which is going to activate and give us another speed boost at the end game. So when the gates are powered and they try to escape our love, they can't, because they, which you can see about the little stack of skulls there, you know, see, that's what happens. They try to escape our love. With that being said, we also have batteries included to give us yet another speed boost, because, you know, we really want to, you know, get as close as we can to them as possible, to showcase, you know, our affection in the best way possible. And also having the No One Escapes Our Love perk active, which will make it so that it only takes one swing to knock them down. Now you can obviously run this a ranker, so you can at least have that one obsession that you're focused on, which kind of also fits the theme of the holiday season, which you are, you know, really obsessed with that one victim. With that being said, I had tried it. It's kind of iffy. You could kind of swap them out here and there. I feel like NOED does give you that extra speed, so that might give you a little bit more value than ranker will, because it will only guarantee you 1 kill. Now, ideally, I also would recommend running a Mori, just so that you're able to clear out the obsession. Either a green Mori, or at least run a red one, so you can Mori everybody else and showcase your affection and love of killing to everybody around. Yeah, I mean, it's not a tremendous build. It actually took quite a while to get any value, just due to just, honestly, I hate to say it, but just due to gen speed. It's very difficult to actually build stacks, and also due to the map RNG, you will I ended up getting a lot of Yamoka Estate and Haddonfield, which makes Legion's power pretty much invalid, because I can't really reach them in order to build up stacks. Now, in order to build up your BFF stacks, you do need to have at least 2 hits within your Frenzy, bare minimum. And at maximum, you're going to get a lot. But at bare minimum, you're going to get at least a point. So the idea, you know, is obviously to, you know, build it up as much as you can. And good thing here, he had Decisive Strike. I was actually able to try to apply a little bit more Frenzy on him, but it doesn't seem like I'm actually able to do that. But here's the cool thing about BFFs. It's even if you can't, which I ended up canceling the thing here from Remember Me stacks. But the cool thing is, that which honestly I probably should have done, to try to just build up my BFFs as quick as possible. But to highly recommend, you want to specifically target your obsession. You want to show your obsession, why you're obsessed with them, by, you know, because you want their blood splattered all over the place. So obviously you want to specifically go after them as much as you can, so that they are not the ones opening the gates, because they're the ones that don't have the debuff. And in theory, at least if you, like, I highly recommend at least getting the obsession out of the game. It's the only way to really make the end game actually bearable. But obviously that is a little bit of it's more so if you can. And like, a lot of maps are just very gigantic and very badly designed, so it's very difficult to get a lot of value on this build, unfortunately. And you may need to run you might want to run it, but just kind of have to run maybe like less expensive add-ons, and maybe don't run Eerie Button, and maybe run something for cooldown, you know what I mean? So you can get the 5-second reduction, so you can at least have more chances to use your power. Because obviously Eerie Button may be a little bit difficult to come by. I'm at like P5 with Legion. I still only have a few, so maybe RNG really isn't on my side in that sense. But either way, ideally also you want to try to get a Mori, and that's what we're trying to focus on too. It's a lot of different things we're trying to focus on. But either way, I would say it was a very interesting experience. Now, obviously, as you probably would have guessed, this is post commentary for now, because we obviously can't really commentate due to our headset situation, which will be addressed in the future, because we do have to wait for that to show up. With that being said, I do think I played it pretty much as well as I could have, despite the gigantic map. And this is exactly my problem, is that they can, you know, run in a straight line. I don't speed up much, because the way Legion powers work is you need to get a hit in to even get speed, and to your speed to increase. So if you're barely getting the 1 hit or the 2 hit, you're still not fast enough to reach all the way across the map. And this is why I tend to run Never Sleep Hills and the Legion, mural sketch thing, because I want to be able to actually use my damn power. I mean, that's the whole point of me playing Legion, is to actually use the damn power. And you're seeing probably multiple times on screen here, I try to go from one to the other just to hopefully chain my BFF stacks, but you just can't. And the rule of thumb is, especially with the build like this, and even with just, like with Legion, honestly, just, hit them once, see if they're close enough, and then just cancel, or just, if you have BFFs, just hit the same person again. With Frenzy, so you can at least build a token for it, because that's the only way you're going to be able to actually, get any value here. Now, thankfully, this build can work quite well with the very, very, very gen rushy type of survivors like these that I went up against in this particular match, because they were pumping out every other gen on that other side of the map, which is perfect for me, because now we have a 3 gen, and now, which is honestly what we were going for from the start, because this map is just not possible to go from point A to point B as easily. Now, unfortunately, we do have to utilize another strategy here, which is to kind of stay within the proximity of the hook and the gen that is regressing, so we can try to create more pressure. Now, if you were attempting to actually win outright, and obviously I would have done that much sooner, but we were trying to at least get the stacks on BFF as soon as we could. Now, ideal situation, we get rid of this pallet, we just go ahead and get the free hit there, just because we know we need the stacks. And then we actually go ahead and get the Young Jin here, so we can actually get the 4 stack of No Way Out. Now, this is pretty much the best case scenario in that sense. I had other matches that were very, very disgusting, and I really don't want to even show them, because they were very, very disgusting. And it wasn't fun. It was very boring and very irritating, and honestly just not fun to watch, because you barely saw 0 value out of my perks and my power at all. So I would rather save you guys the trouble. So that is the ideal situation. Is this right here? They try to rush out the gens. You have your 3 gen, you defend. You build up your stacks as much as you can. Hopefully you can stack it up as much as possible. You need a minimum of 15 stacks on your BFFs in order to actually obtain the speed bonus at the end. Now, in this situation here, I should just went after Lisa Garland again in order to actually get up another token, just to at least only require 2 more. You only get 1 token, I think, per second hit, so it's just best to just go for what you can when you can, to try to maximize the build value. Now, unfortunately, oh, well, no, actually not unfortunately. I don't know how they managed to, that was a weird, whatever. That was weird. Fine. But fortunately, we were able to vault right in here and start building up our stacks. We actually were able to get the 21 stacks, which is really good for me. And we know that Nicolas Cage actually is the one that we need to go after. Now, this one got greedy and went on the gen, I think because they were down to 1, and everybody pretty much has been hooked. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and mention here that we're going to go ahead and hook them, and then this is where it starts to get spicy, because just about almost everybody is at pretty much second state, if I'm not mistaken. I think, except maybe Claudette, if I'm not mistaken. But Lisa's honestly the last person that should be going for a save, because I believe she was actually on death hook, so she actually got scared, left the thing, and I actually went for the Mori here, so you can actually see the Valentine's Day Legion here. You know, she shows her affections for Lisa here by tearing her open like a fish. So she got gutted, and then that's exciting. And then the other one had, you know, out of just sheer, you know, just fear and shock, she stopped fighting back the entity's legs and actually had perished as well. So with that being said, we also go for the quick little double vault mind game here, and then hopefully we had a hope that we could pick up maybe another killer instinct there. But I had actually anticipated maybe they would want to work on the gen so I can actually get the batteries included, no add value. And it can work. I would say it's not the most amazing build in the game, but it definitely does have some value. It just requires a lot of patience and a lot of strategy at the early game. It's not a really like a mindless, like I can just throw on the build and win every game. You really do have to strategize around your perks and your add-ons, unfortunately, which can be a little bit daunting, especially if you're like a beginner or you maybe just don't really understand or even use the perks that much. I personally don't use endgame perks. I just don't. I never really, like, my issue is that every time I've used endgame, I had a feeling he was hiding in there. Because he like disappeared like Houdini when he turned the corner, so I just assumed he was there, so we just kind of put him down here and we can get him out of the game. Which we can once again show our love for the Nicolas Cage movies by once again, you know, he's trying to run from us and we just bring him right back. Like, no, you're going to stay with me here and you're going to, you know, rip that nice and to and fro. And the hatch spawned right next to us, giving us no ed active, or I should say no one escapes our love, you know what I'm saying, which is awesome. That being said, you know, I don't end up actually using a lot of endgame builds. I never end up getting to endgame, or when I do end up at endgame, they usually are all dead. But given more time and patience, I probably would be able to utilize this build, maybe even as a main build, and kind of just allowing the constant, you know, gen speed to like just kind of like let them fly off the handle with how hard they want to push out the gens, and hopefully be able to utilize the stacks here. It does unfortunately kind of force you to play a bit fair, if you will, because you do have to get one hook on everybody to get No Way Out active in the first place. But we do end up getting value on our No Way Out here, and then batteries included with no ed. We can just kind of zoom over really, really quickly, so we're using all these speed boosts at once. Now, once again, unfortunately, we were not able to Mori our Claudette here, but we were still able to showcase the value of the build. I would say to its best extent. It's still very difficult for me to get a lot of value from it. Which is not a knock to the build. I think it could be quite viable, but it's just it just requires you to really be prepared to get value. And I also wanted to make sure that we showcase like my hook, because I actually customized the hook to be within the theme here. As you can see, we put a little heart there, and the blood fountain, and the teddy bear, you know, kind of within the theme of the video. And with that being said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this, and hopefully you will stay tuned for the Deathslinger video as well. That being said, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.